Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $3, $300, $3,000. Is much, much, much appreciated. Y'all, am I a hater now that I predicted they would do exactly what they are doing, y'all? I needs to know. Anybody in the back, Devin Haney fans, come talk to me. Y'all like to say people was wrong and push narratives and haters and fanboys, but am I a hater or a fanboy if Devin Haney and Bill do exactly what I say they're going to do in the future? Because so far, y'all, I mean, unfortunately for y'all, if we going on facts, I was right again. I told y'all before the Regis fight, all they would do was mention Gervonta Davis' name. What did they do, y'all? The whole fight leading up to Gervonta Davis, they was using his name. The whole lead up to Loma when he was getting his hand wraps right before Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia fought. They was talking about Gervonta Davis going on a whole tour about how they beat Gervonta Davis and all of these things, right? Yeah, correct. I remember y'all was there because I was there too. Yeah, I was there. I was in the building. Yes, I was around. And I told y'all after the Regis fight, I said before the Regis fight, I said, I guarantee you the minute that fight over, they gonna mention Gervonta Davis' name. Now, I don't talk to Bill Haney. I don't have his number like some YouTube channels do or hang out with them. So how would I know prior to that the minute Devin, he didn't even wait for Devin to go to the shower. The minute he got backstage, the first words out of his mouth was tank, 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 tank. If I'm lying, can somebody stop me when I like put it in the comments if I'm lying that this did not take place? Oh, okay. See, y'all like to call people haters, but how can I be a hater if I predict it? If I predict it right, if I say your team's a bum and they gonna lose by 20 and then they lose by 30, was I hating or was I right about your team not being that good? I needs to know. Now, y'all, they go on podcasts talking about they got 20 million, 30 million. They had it they self and Prince Ashik and blase, blase, blah. But Bill Haney was on Fanon channel saying that he had an inside guy that he's supposed to be getting a call, waiting on a call for Al Heyman. So if you're admitting that you never talked to Al Heyman, then how can you say you have anything for him? That's just you saying it. If you never really, because Devin sat up there and said, Joe, out his own mouth, that all of this stuff on the internet is just internet. Everybody knows how to get in touch with everybody. Well, then what has Bill and you been doing for the last 3 years when it comes to Gervonta Davis? That sound like y'all ducking to me if y'all haven't talked to Al, but y'all know how to get the fight done out of his mouth. Everybody has everybody number. But then why did y'all say that y'all don't have our number and y'all haven't talked to him and y'all don't have no intentions on talking to him right now? Why is that? That don't make sense. Both of them can't be true. If y'all know how to get the fight done, then why aren't y'all trying to get the fight done? Why would you be waiting on PBC to call you if you got an offer for them? Can y'all tell me how that makes sense, yo? How can you be waiting on the PBC to offer you something if you say you have an offer for them? So let me break this down, y'all. If I have a gift for you, if I have something I am offering you, I gotta make you aware that I am offering that to you. Can y'all like Eddie Hearn knows how to make fights with Al Heyman. He has done it before. So when it comes to Gervonta Davis, you want me to believe that he knows he don't know how to make that fight happen if he really wanted it to happen? When Eddie Hearn just came out here and said that he's trying to set up a fight when it comes to Pitbull Cruz and Sabril Matias, and he's going to talk to Al Heyman. So you know how to talk to Al Heyman for Sabril Matias to fight Pitbull, but you didn't know how to talk to Al Heyman for Gervonta Davis and Bill and Devin Haney. Somebody tell me, like, how, like, am I lying? Like, what, like, or am I crazy? Or do that make any sense to you? And Devin said that all of this stuff is just BS on the internet. That would mean him included because they've been the main ones doing it. They was on the internet while he said this. So I need to know. We we are you hear Devin Haney pages, y'all, going on whole debates, whole rants, talking about Gervonta Davis. Why aren't y'all talking about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight? And then y'all wonder why this fight don't sell. I told y'all they would do this. Now, these last week or so, you have been hearing nothing but Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis to get the pressure away from this fight not selling. Why are you, if you're a Devin Haney fan or a Devin Haney fan base or a Devin Haney pro channel, why are you talking about Devin Haney versus Tank? Why are you making stats about Devin Haney and Tank and not talking about Devin Haney and Ryan? Y'all, you know I predicted that this would happen, y'all. Can you give me my credit? I told y'all they would do this prior to them doing this. I told y'all the whole lead up to Ryan and Devin to be about Gervonta Davis. I told y'all that. Can you give me my credit, or am I crazy? Did I not, was I not on panels telling y'all that they would do this? This is the only way they could sell the fight. Ryan Garcia was just on free TV. Who told y'all this first? Y'all said deem you a hater. Y'all said deem you a fanboy. Y'all said Deem this, Deem that, but Deem has been the only one of the only people. Because shout out to a lot of other boxing channels that has predicted these same things, but I've been the most steadfast on it. That this is all BS. The same way I have been the most steadfast on Ryan Garcia is not pulling out of this fight. He is just over promoting because he is a corny dude, and corny dudes overdo things. Ryan Garcia is not even being guided right. Ryan Garcia is still very immature. I could tell and see this in him. I know what he's doing. Ryan Garcia was also the first person to tell y'all that this fight was going to flop. Why was he doing that? Why is it in New York City? Why is these ticket prices what they are? Why is this fight not available outside of the United States? Ryan Garcia already told y'all why he was upset prior to this fight. From the first week on, Ryan Garcia told y'all what the problem is. You just not listening. That's why he's upset, because he feels as though y'all are putting a cap on what we can do. So why should I be walking around super happy about X, Y, and Z when I'm not even sure we're going to get any backing? You see, Devin and Regis. That's why Ryan is upset. What does it matter? I already got my bread. If we only going to get guarantees, it don't matter how I act. Because I already got my money. Because it's not available on the outside of the United States. And Ryan doesn't even believe this is going to do 300,000-400,000 pay-per-views. That's the only way to get it back in. The part y'all don't get is that they got to sell a certain amount of pay-per-views first before they can get it back in. So they probably got to sell 250,000. And that's just to cover the pay-per-view cost, like what pay-per-view gets. Then they got to do extra on top of that. Bob Arum broke this down years ago. And Bob Arum said you got to do over 500,000. I don't know how true that is, but I know it's a certain marker that you have to hit. And then you start accumulating back in off the pay-per-views. Because pay-per-view got to get their money in the networks and all this, that, and the third. I told y'all that they would continue to lie on Gervonta Davis. They would continue to sit up there and say that they not using the man to fight, that they don't need Gervonta Davis, blah, blah, blah. If y'all, I told y'all they need Gervonta. If they don't need Gervonta Davis, then why are people having debates about Tank and Devin? And not Devin and Ryan? Why ain't there panels about Devin and Ryan and people coming up there talking about how this fight gonna be? No, we still talking about the same thing we have been talking about for the last 5-6 months. We are still talking about the same thing that we have been talking about since Regis Prograve got beat up in that ring. Since Billhaney stepped his foot in backstage and said, Tank, 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 they haven't stopped talking about Tank since. Now, I guess I'm a fanboy now because I'm making this video pointing this out. Am I a fanboy, y'all, because I am making a video pointing this out? I need to know. Or am I just a fortune teller because I told y'all this would happen? That's 4 or 5 fights straight. that they keep mentioning Gervonta Davis' name without fighting. And when is Devin Haney fans or people going to hold him accountable the same way we hold Shakur Stevenson accountable about if he's signed this 3-4 fight deal with Top Rank? Stop mentioning Gervonta Davis' name, because you already know, you were standing right next to Bob Arum when he said that he is not making a fight with Gervonta Davis unless he comes to Top Rank. Specifically Gervonta Davis. Forget everything else he'll do with the PBC. Yeah, Bob Arum will make a PBC promotional deal when he's the one putting up the money, when he's got the A-side fighter, when he's the one that's going to get the backing. Yes, he does it then. You know that that's not going to happen with Gervonta, because Gervonta is the A-side of all A-sides. Bob understands that. Bob is so realistic. He know he has nothing to really offer Gervonta Davis as far as to hard negotiate with the man. So I needs to know, y'all, can you give your boy your credit? At least Devin fans, can you give me your credit? Because y'all didn't tell Bill and them to be doing all this. I just told y'all they would do all of this. And they did it again. So when I make videos like this, don't be mad at me in the comments and you're not holding your guy accountable because I called it out first. I've told y'all they would do this. They have to do this to sell the fight. The fight is not selling. That's why you see these stats getting put out here to try to make Devin look better than he is. Devin is an A+ fighter. Devin is a very, very good fighter. Devin is a 2-division world champion, formerly undisputed, top 10 pound for pound guy, possibly a future Hall of Famer, because it ain't too many guys that's been undisputed that didn't make it to the Hall of Fame. And if he goes and does it at 140, you got to put Devin, he's a guaranteed Hall of Famer, and Devin now is top 3, top 4 pound for pound fighter in the world, and there'd be no questions about it, and I don't want to hear nothing because of the road he would have to go to even get undisputed. Beating T.O., Sabril Matias, and Issa Cruz, that makes you that dude. It actually really does. And then if you mix in a Richardson Hitchison or a goddamn Gary Antoine Russell in between that, it ain't nothing I could say about Devin at that point. He would have really, really proven it, like he's already done in the past. So like I said, y'all know what this is, man. Deem by any means. And I holla at y'all.